Personally, I find a lot of motivation in other people's short films because it's great to watch a big Hollywood blockbuster movie and think like, one day I would love to put out some sort of content like that, but it's so out of your reach to think on those terms, and most people don't have the $1 million budget to put behind movies that they're making. And it's really easy to watch a film and be like, oh, I really want to make a shot like that where the building's falling down behind this guy as he's leaving in a helicopter that's about to explode. But funnily enough, I don't think most of us can pull that off. But I mean, obviously just speaking for myself here, but I can't really afford to get a helicopter and demolish a building to get a cool shot. But in short films, even if it's really, really difficult, most of the things are kind of viable for you to do yourself because they've usually been done on a small budget. It's definitely a lot easier in filmmaking when you can just throw money at a problem, but it's usually more rewarding to have to sit down and really plan the finances and plan exactly what you need to put money towards, if you can put any money towards it. And you've really got to figure out every detail of how you're going to manage to pull something off if you don't have the money to do it. And when you have to put that much thought into it, usually you tend to get better emotions out of that because you've sat and thought about exactly how your shot is going to do what you want it to do. Whereas if you could just throw money at the problem because you want to do a cool explosion shot, you'll just do the cool explosion shot, even though it doesn't mean anything to the film itself. So in this video, I want to talk about some of my favourite short films and the ones that really inspire me in what I do. I'll start with a film called Rocks That Bleed.
So how are you?
I'm fine.
It's just been
A long time.
a year and a half.
Here comes the sun.
Right.
Bertie and Sammy are both really talented filmmakers, and I love seeing all of the work that they've done together. And they do each have really great work on their own too, but I think Rocks That Bleed is my favourite piece. The cinematography in this film is absolutely gorgeous and it just blows me away every time I watch it. The story is so interesting and unique, and the direction of the film is just great. One of my favourite things about this film is the use of colour throughout. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, one of the friends of Bertie and Sammy, Hazel Hayes, also makes really cool stuff on YouTube, and my favourite thing she's ever done is Dementia. She perfectly captures just how terrifying something like that can be in this short film. And she has a great way of really showing all of the anxieties that everyone has surrounding something like that. I definitely love all of the comedy stuff that Hazel does as well, but this is just such an interesting approach to making a horror film. And, you know, Del Toro said it's good, so you can't really argue with that. Film Riot makes so many amazing short films, but I think Ghost House is one of my all-time favourites. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it yet, but the twist in it just gets me every single time. Film Riot are definitely at the top of their game when it comes to short films on YouTube, and I can't wait to see what they put out in the future. One of the shorts I was really excited to talk about in this video because I saw it years ago and absolutely loved it, and I kind of forgot it existed until I started making this video, is Portal No Escape. As a huge fan of the Portal games and of the VFX industry in general, I really, really love this short. It just blends two of my favourite things together. Now, there's been an abundance of incredible Portal short films, and Corridor Digital actually have a really great one called Portal Trickshots that I would also recommend checking out if you haven't seen it. But this one is probably my favourite, and it's just so well shot and the direction of it is great, the acting's brilliant. And I think it really says a lot about how disconnected the film industry is with the gaming industry when short filmmakers can go out and make such incredible stuff like this, but big industries and big companies still don't seem to grasp how to turn a game into a good film. But on very little budget, people have put out so many amazing short films that just blow all of the major films out of the water. A short film that I find myself watching once every few months because I just love it so much is Orange Drive.
Like, for real. Your man trying to get in. What's good, my dude?
What's up?
I got Weezy on there, too.
Lil Wayne?
Nah, my cousin. His name Weezy. He got asthma.
Look, I swear to God, I've checked.
Oh, you have checks.
I take that, though.
checks?
I take that.
Okay.
It's Ulysses Williams. U-L-Y. Check me out. Check me out.
Awesome.
Hey, I'm gonna get at you, baby. I'm gone.
Sex.
This is kind of one of the most real feeling comedic shorts I've ever seen. It's kind of the perfect portrayal of how just life changes and things in your life can change and that changes you as a person. And it shows how easily things can feel like they're falling apart when they really don't need to feel that way. And I don't want to spoil this one either, but there's an amazing payoff in this. There are a lot of Corridor Digital shorts that I would say I absolutely love and I would recommend if you're a fan of short films or just filmmaking in general. But some of my all-time top shorts that they've done is their Primitive Technology series. The VFX in these videos is absolutely incredible, and the behind the scenes just shows exactly how much attention to detail needs to go into making a film like this. Coin Operated is one of the most adorable and heartwarming shorts I've ever seen. The animation is amazing and I just love the art style. Everything just looks beautiful. Another short film that kind of brought back a bit of nostalgia for me because I absolutely loved it when I first saw it is Balloons by Jack and Dean.
Is Carrie here?
Not how you'd like it to be.
Is she with Elliot?
Much more rotund than usual.
Because I can't compete with him, he's taller than me.
Might float away. Listen, I'm just going to be blunt. Everyone has turned into balloons.
No one showed up, did they?
Oh yeah, there's still people here. They've just transformed.
That sounds magical. You expect me to... What are they doing?
Oh, they're on helium, I think. I told them not to bring it.
Jack and Dean definitely have loads of amazing short films that I would definitely recommend checking out if you like comedy shorts. Their Consent music video is incredible. And they did, I think it was a pilot called Ghost Fighting Corporation, which is one of my favourite things they've ever done as well. And I really wish that would get made into a show because I would definitely watch it. A short film that I kind of think everyone should see just to be aware of how much words can impact someone is Validation.
Need a validation, please?
You are great, ma'am. You have amazing cheekbones.
Really?
Sir. Yes. We have a situation. Where?
Young man, we are running a business here, not a social club.
That is a fantastic suit. It really flatters you.
You think so?
It's a really well filmed, well told, interesting story. And I mean, I don't know if I want to admit on camera that I tear up literally every time I watch it, but you know, that's out there now. It definitely tells you that even the happiest people do need some validation, and that a few kind words to a stranger or even to someone you know can absolutely make their day. A short film that I really enjoy for the visuals and the world creation is True Skin.
Whether it's from the latest in designer brands This is what's in, and this trend is here to stay. I mean, let's face it, no one wants to be like them. Entirely organic. No one wants to get sick and old and die. My only choice was to enhance.
This is a really, really cool sci-fi short, and I think the filmmakers did an amazing job of creating this incredible, detailed world, but I just really, really wish that there was no voiceover, or that it was a lot less in this. I just really don't think it's necessary to have the voiceover. Like I said, I think the filmmakers did such an incredible job of world building and putting together a cool futuristic style, and they told the story so well and built the world so well through the visuals that I just don't think the voiceover is necessary, and it kind of ruins it for me. Because you can see exactly what's happening from the visuals on the screen, and the voiceover is just kind of telling you exactly what you're looking at. And I don't at all think the voiceover works bad in this, I just don't think it adds anything to the story. But aside from that, just the visuals in this and some of the VFX work is so good, and I wish I could make anything even a fraction as good as what they've done in this. So I definitely would recommend checking it out if you haven't already. So those are some of my favourite short films on YouTube. There are definitely a lot more that I could put into a video, so if you enjoyed this video, please let me know, and I would love to make another one to recommend some more short films. And if you have any recommendations, leave them in the comments or reach me at my social media in the description. If you like the video, please like it, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.